Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Colleen. I write sci-fi and fantasy stories, and I post writing vlogs and behind the scenes as I work through my current novel. Today I am doing a monthly check-in where I take a moment to see how things are going with my current draft. So far for this month, I've written 5,000 words. That includes a difficult scene involving physical violence, a panic attack, and a few soft, hopeful moments. I try to write every day, but to be honest, it's not something that I can maintain. There are days when I don't hit my word count, and I try to be okay with that, but I'm worried that I won't be able to finish my book in a year with my current pace. I know I shouldn't rush it, but I fear that if I don't set up like an end goal, I will never get to finish it. I often find myself only having energy to reread a scene and make notes. I sit in front of my computer trying to get the words out, but oftentimes nothing comes out. I'm trying to be more lenient with myself, to not torture myself if I don't write enough. But I also want to be more strict with myself in regards to my goals. I feel like I wasted a lot of time not writing. I got my BFA in creative writing 4 or 5 years ago, and then I took a teaching ESL certification and did nothing between that time and 6 months ago. Um, I worked more or less full time after graduating, but I didn't write a single thing. I'm at the age where I'm worried about my career path, financial security, and finding purpose. I don't want to waste any more time being stuck in the cycle of work, sleep, work, sleep. I'm trying to think of something that I'm proud of this month, but nothing comes to mind. I know I'm hard on myself, but if I'm not, then like who will take responsibility? Like if it's not me, then who else would it be? I feel like I've let myself go in a way that I I don't improve. I'm not improving, and I'm not strict on myself in regards to bettering my craft or just like myself in general. July has been tiring and weird. I've been having like a weird mix of burnout and self-doubt. I keep thinking, if my story is good enough, does it even matter? I'm also doubting myself in regards to writing a story that deals with chronic illness. I know mental, like mood disorders, ADHD, they kind of fall under chronic illness as well. So I have experience in that aspect, but I'm still doubting myself whether I'm the right or the appropriate person to tell this story. It the story deals with chronic illness. It's like, how do you call it? Degenerative disease. Not terminal, but something that's constantly there. But it's not something that I'm familiar with. That's why I'm kind of having doubts whether I should be the one writing the story. Perfectionist, per, Perfectionism will never go away as well. I'm always physically trying to stop myself from editing the story while I'm writing. I do leave notes for myself to go back to, but I'm trying not to like scroll back up and edit a few sentences. I keep reminding myself that it's a first draft, and it's and inevitably gonna turn out not good. Um, but it's not about the quality of the writing yet, but the substance of the story. Whether it is a story that has like meat to it. I realized that when I first started writing this draft, I was going for like a third person omniscient perspective, but it kind of switched up in the next few chapters, so I have that to fix. It's now a limited third person perspective. Some things that are helping me though are journaling. I've been recording what I wrote, what I can do better, and how I can do it better. Like it's part of my, it's not just for writing, but it's part of my like routine as well, just to journal my thoughts. I've been doing it to actually help organize my thoughts better so that I can make videos that make sense, instead of just like thoughts, disorganized thoughts. So I've been doing that. I've been reading a lot more as well. I was in a reading slump as well. So it's been hard to find a book that will get me back into reading. But I read The Witch of, I think it's pronounced Colchis, Witch of Colchis by Rosie Hewlett. It's the retelling of Medea's story, Jason and the Argonauts. That book got me into the mood of reading again. I might read a few more retellings. I do enjoy that genre. For the rest of July, I don't really have a specific goal, but what I would like to do is to finish Act 1, reread a few key scenes, and maybe adjusting the pacing a bit. I might have to prolong some of the scenes or chapters, as I did find the pacing a little bit too fast. And I want to do more writing sessions. This month, I haven't been able to do a lot of writing. I've been picking up a lot of shifts at work, and it's draining me, but like I have to do it. A girl gotta pay bills. But yes. Um, Let me know in the comments how's your writing going? Are you hitting your goals? Are you burnt out? One small win that you've had this month. What's one thing you're struggling with? And what do you want your writing to feel like for the rest of July or for the coming month? I always read the comments, and I love hearing how other writers navigate their mess. Before I end the video, I just wanted to say that wherever you are in your writing journey, it's enough. As long as it's not even like the physical act of writing that constitutes as writing. You know what I mean? Like thinking about your story, ruminating on how the scene is gonna go, how the chapter should be going. It's all part of the writing. It's messy, it's confusing, but like it's all part of it. Especially people with neurodivergency, it's not always going to be clear cut. It's hard because your thoughts are always so disorganized. It's hard to put it to paper, but it's all as long as you're thinking about it, like as long as you're putting in the energy to think about it, organize it in your head, even if you don't write it down, it's all part of it. And it feels like you'll never reach the end, but to be honest, like, I don't really think I'm the right person to say this, because I've never actually finished like a long form, like a novel or like a novella, whatever. I've only ever written short stories. But I think it's hard, like, not being able to see the end. But I think if you just stick through it, even if it's just like a few writing sessions a month, as long as you do it, it'll end. You'll finish it. You're creating something. So I think that's that's a big deal. You're making something new. You're creating something that didn't exist before. Thank you again for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.